answer to how they were basically outplaying you guys?
Well, it was one of those things where, like, at halftime, we didn't play our best, but the score was relatively close. We gave up a shot at the end. We would have had the lead going into halftime, but I told our guys at halftime, I was like, we've got to do a better job of running offense. We've got to do a better job of sharing the ball. We did a little bit better in the second half. We had to make some adjustments to our offense, but overall, defensively, I thought our guys sat down and they grinded it out, and they did a really good job of shutting down their best player in the second half.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, arguably a much better shooting percentage. You guys shot almost 41% for the game. Definitely like to see that against a Thomas team that just beat Xavier down in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. They were receiving votes. So Thomas definitely one of those teams, because the NAIA polls, there's definitely a gap. Wouldn't be surprised to see Thomas in the top 25 eventually. Big win for you guys. What did you focus on? Over the weekend, a couple days, you had a practice film session to really increase those shot percentages.
Well, what we did is I had our guys. They played a zone the last game, and we weren't used to facing the zone. We weren't prepared as we should have been against the zone, and I'll take the blame for that. But this time, I just told our guys to relax and just take your shots. And if you make them, great. If you don't, great. We'll go down and we'll play great defense. Our shots will eventually fall. Obviously, we're at home. We're in front of our home crowd. And I knew that eventually our shots would fall and we would shoot a better percentage when we start playing inside out.
How were you able to capitalize off of, because the officiating wasn't the best, how were you guys able to utilize that to your advantage to keep that lead?
Well, we knew they were a very physical team. I told my guys coming in that, hey, they're going to be underneath you, they're going to scrap, they're going to claw, they're a very tough team, very, very well coached team. And I told them, I think you got to be strong with the ball. And we were fortunate enough to get fouled a few times, and we went to the line and we made a lot of our free throws tonight. So kudos to our guys for stepping up. And it's crazy because I made all of our guys make 100 free throws today during their individual workout. So it paid dividends today, and we definitely didn't shoot it as good from the free throw line, in our last game this past Saturday. But I'm proud of how they shot it today.
And you guys are playing Thomas again. So how are you going to take these mistakes and also the things that you guys actually did well in and put that into playing at their house?
Yeah, well, before we even get to that game, we've got a couple tough games we got to play this weekend. But going down there, we know it's going to be a hostile environment. We know, that they probably left the game feeling like they should have won the game. So they're going to be extra fired up for us. Their coach is going to be fired up. He's going to have them ready to play. We have to be even better than we were tonight to go on the road and beat a team like that. That is a tournament team, Division II tournament team, without question. He does an unbelievable job. Great coaching background, pedigree, and we'll have to be ready. It's a road game, and it'll be like a conference Mid-South road game for us early in the season.
So last year, we kind of had some conversations. You had a pretty new young team. Mm-hmm. I thought personally tonight, this is that performance that last year we lose that game.
Yes, correct.
Get over physicalized. We're not used to that. We're looking for the foul rather than playing through the foul.
Right.
Talk a little bit about your mental toughness. What you guys have worked on in the off season. You brought them in summer. What you guys because that's not an overnight change for players. To be mentally tough. That shows maturity. That shows. You've got a very, very heavy upperclassmen lineup. Mm-hmm. So what have you guys been working on to, really become, mentally tough and resistant? I'm holding guys accountable every day in practice. Every detail, we hold those guys accountable. I want to make sure that they understand the level of play that we're going to have, especially the freshmen. They don't know right now, but they're starting to see it. You look at Alex Bean tonight. He grew up freshman, big man freshman. He had 12 and 11, I think, off the bench, and he's growing up really fast. Antoine Maxwell, who's a veteran, he's been to a few different schools. He had
think 24 and 11 tonight as well. So he's played very well, and we have a number of guys that have stepped up and played well. And it helps that you have a guy, like Connor Gamble, who's played some minutes and who's played some time over the years, and Cam Horton, who is a big time player, and he hasn't played his best over the last 2 games, but we know he's going to get over the hump. It's been the leadership of some of the older guys to help show the younger guys how it's supposed to be. So, one of the things that we stress, that we want to be the most physical team. We want to be the team that plays the hardest, want to be the most in shape team. And, through our workouts and through our practices, we've been able to accomplish a level of that. We're not where we want to be at, but we're working to get there.